Guys, welcome back to Vampyr. I'm Ciarasteina. So I'm now in the West End, somewhat. Need to go to the Ascalon Club, but I did want to find out where to get the water to water the plants back here. I found out it's up here, so need to head over that away, and then been coming across some interesting enemies. They're like the boss that we had, the big guy, but not as hard to kill. And these guys definitely are hitting more. Like I'm wondering if I should take some defensive stuff.
Christ, he's dead!
This place is nicer. Like, it's so weird that, I mean, I guess in like real life it's different, but in the game, these areas of kind of high society are literally a building away from like Whitechapel. In fact, it's between two places of like Whitechapel and other crappy neighborhoods. Yay, unlocked. And this is the Whitechapel place, and I'm going the wrong way. So like literally they're right next, like right in between Whitechapel and the docks, and it's like just geographically it doesn't make any sense. Obviously I'm going in there sometime. I was like, are they talking to me? Oh, hi there. Yeah, these Ekons, they hurt like hell. I've leveled that ability up quite a bit, so hope it doesn't force me to go over to them. There's still a whole lot of blood.
I cannot enter.
Large beast.
Killed her!
I can't run.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Steady, boy!
That didn't work.
Watch it! It's a killer!
The Icar's threat. Of all the evil and foul skulls I've ever had to fight, the Icar, or Icor, might be the worst. Not because of its fighting prowess, even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent. Not because of its superior wit or cunning plans. An Icor is quite blunt and straightforward in his actions and objectives, spreading diseases, contagions, and epidemics wherever and whenever and wherever it can. I'm just going to call it Icar. An Icar is the incarnation of viruses and infections. Wherever it goes, sicknesses appear and spread quickly. It is likely it only walks the earth to generate plagues and epidemics, as if its skin itself diffuses sicknesses. Icars are clever, sneaky, malevolent English, and ferocious, capable of enduring many wounds. To spoil a water tank, a granary, or a banquet. This is the kind of thing an Ichor would enjoy doing. Enjoyed to do. In order to please its putrid and perverse nature, they are so rare that we don't know anything about them. Well, you just laid out a whole bunch of stuff that you know about them. The Lazy Brotherhood believes that they should not be considered vampires or skulls, but as something else. All I know is an Ichor must be destroyed by all means necessary as soon as it is spotted. By a Perwin leader, know your enemies. Where is it? Oh, species of vampire. I'm guessing that's it. Okay, so the usefulness of that lock was kind of dumb. Okay, so the house I have to go to, I think, is like around this building. I just love how I just like run into things and they just poof. Do not cough in public sign.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
So it's supposed to be in this building. Right
Fresh
there.
water. As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
I don't understand. I'm guessing it's like, you know, a faith thing. It only hurts them if they believe it will.
Over there! There's one of those birds! Bloody leech!
Damn it, I wanted to suck your blood. Interesting. Which one was it for?
He's mine! I'll take it!
Ah, what the hell's my camera doing?
Hey, leeches! Oh my god!
I like half expect him to say like, oh my god, he killed Kenny. Triple, did you say triple covered market? Temple covered market. Ah. Cool. So mirrors obviously aren't a thing they care about per se. I was hoping for some like readable stuff, but I guess no. There's gotta be a reason for this.
He's mine! I'll take it! We have to stop it!
card. I've already been in here. And a ladies' dress shop. I hear scowls.
More Braille.
Oh, yay, the last one.
I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
Perfect. That's all the braille I need for him. I could go hit him up real quick. Probably have to open up the gate from this side anyway. I haven't seen any people.
It's locked.
Of course it is. I'm surprised there's so many skulls in this part of town. I at least thought that they would be Ekons. What the hell? Jeez. That guy hits hard. Can I go this way?
It's locked.
Interesting place to put a locked chest. This place is nice looking. That's an Ekon. Oh, hi there. Oh, I wasn't anywhere near it. Oh, what the frick?
Your prey is mine now!
Come on. Oh, I wasn't even.
You're feeble!
Come on, just kill the bastard. Jeez. Need some rats. Oh, does this go underground? It does. But that's not where I want to go. Dang it. I'd have to go all the way around. Like those Ekons, they're hardcore, man. Where must I go? Straight and around. Guys, come this way. Where the hell are you guys?
There's one of them vermin. Don't like that, do ya?
You don't like that, do ya?
Die, leech!
Is it this way? I can't seem to get on that path. Oh, is it this way? Yes, okay. Now let's see if we can actually get to the other place. Oh no, this is the one that's locked. Dang it. Okay, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna go to the Ascalon Club. Beating around the bush any more than I already have, that is. That sounds like a skull. Oh, a new hideout? Where? Oh. Right here, apparently. Oh, Reed's mansion. Nice. So I won't feel bad if I steal from my own stuff. Old letter. Reed Mansion, blah blah blah. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave London, if only for a few months. While I'm away and until my son comes back from London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I'm ever able to, if I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. So I'm guessing that's from his dad to the butler. Oh, and there's a silver fork. 2 silver forks. Alright, let's talk to you, old man.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so
You're not a
overwhelmed by the
doctor.
epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both.
She didn't
was
have
my
any
dearest
friends?
wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir, so my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
I really don't know.
I don't know.
I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan, but you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
Yeah, except she doesn't. Well, I mean, I guess she does know that he's there, but she doesn't really know he's
Goodbye,
there.
Avery.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan, but please return as soon as possible.
Yeah. Okay, we're kind of leaving. Oop, I saw a shiny. Squeaky. What, no upstairs or anything? Where's everybody? Like... seriously, where is everybody? There's no upstairs or anything. Okay, she is upstairs, but how do I get up there? They're acting like Ekons. Not Ekons, but... Okay. Oh, I wasn't even in the main part of the house. Dang it. I'm an idiot. This is a big-ass house.
I cannot enter.
Hideout. Small key. Aubrey Reed's office. So to his dad's office. Thick, sturdy blood sample. Ooh. I have plenty to make. Silver. Oh, I don't have any of those. Guess I'll make some. Oh, I can level that. Ooh, I can level it again. Sure, why not? Solid Metal Gear achievement. I'll do that. Might as well upgrade that. I'll do that. Dang, I need tiny good handle parts. Should have bought some more. I need aluminum as well. But it's better than what I had. Regeneration serum. There we go. So do that. And I guess that has to be 5. How much XP? I don't even have that much XP.
It's locked.
Let's see. So I have the key to Dr. Reed's office. That must be Mary's room. Oh, hi, Mother.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan, is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
She's lost her mind.
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Her grandson's been dead for a long time. He's healthy. Well, relatively.
Do you know what's been going on?
Not really. I don't go out much.
What do you mean you get lost?
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but...
Cuckoo.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here.
I'm so sorry, Mother.
Guilt tripping
Wasn't
like only a
supposed to be
mother
like
can.
this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way. Somewhere between the boat and the house, my life changed completely.
You should have told me, Johnny. I would have understood. You always were a secretive little boy.
Have you returned to Whitechapel?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No.
So she's like
That
flipping
can't
back
be
and
true.
forth whether she
It was just a bad
remembers
dream,
it or not.
Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry.
Do you need anything, Mother?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
So she knows he's a vampire.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous?
Yeah, she knows
Is
we're a
she dead
vampire.
too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Okay, so she's not nuts. She's just wiser than I thought.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Okay, so she's a little
But I'm
nuts.
not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Reed Mansion. Da-da-da. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how to best write this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you loved to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding, no candies or exotic treasures for you if you decide for the game this time. But a greater treasure, perhaps, the truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play, and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From me, your affectionate father, Aubrey Reed. Did his dad turn into a vampire and then turn me? That's what I'm thinking.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
So, park. I'm guessing his father turned into a vampire. What park? Probably this park. Yeah.
Please, sir, whether you need to buy something or not, I'm happy to help.
Unknown.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
How is the situation?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress.
Are you not concerned?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
I'm afraid the newspapers are...
Well, that's news then. But I can't...
What can you
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city.
Oh, this guy is so
I'd be
oblivious.
glad.
I must confess, I have quite...
Really? Well, I'm always happy.
Finding a good restaurant.
Oh, I have
Is it not a little too late to be...
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour.
But what about the epidemic? The bomb...
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail.
Oh,
and if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
So you prefer to work...
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain... je ne sais quoi with it.
Yeah, I kind of figured he was going to say that. Pompous.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm...
London's lone gourmet.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable...
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean...
I may have a look.
Oh, I'm buying these. Was it lead rods that I needed? Oh, it was lead plate. No, it was aluminum. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Such as it is. There's a lot of blood over there. Damn. So, shows that it should be like right here. Tall trees, blah 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 blah. I wonder if it's in one of these gazebos. Oh, there was that locked chest. Is that it? Yes. Reed Mansion, 4th of April. My dear son, this is my second letter to you. If you find this one, it means you'll probably have shown the first part to your sister Mary and my dear Emmeline. I think it's a good thing you don't keep to yourself what you discover, but I leave that for you to decide. Do you remember our long walks in the park? Your mother taught you your alphabet under these trees. I hid so many wonderful treasures for you and Mary in this place. You were both so clever, so brilliant. I've always known you'd both become great people. I've always been proud of you. I was never able to conceal my pride when I asked what you wanted to be. He'll be whatever he wants. Your mother was convinced you would be a great artist like her. You always liked to read and write. I still keep your first poem like I keep Mary's first drawing. When you chose to follow medical studies, your mother was sagacious enough to cover her trepidations and her worries. Me, I was happy you did not become a dull banker like me. When you told us you wanted to pursue a career in medicine to improve life for all without consideration of wealth, I knew that we, as your parents, had taught you the most important lesson of all, to respect each and every soul for what they are, not for what they have. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember which hospital you chose to apply for your first internship. I am, as ever, your loving father, Aubrey Reed.
I had almost forgotten I applied.
I was going to say, Pembroke's the only hospital here.
It was so long ago.
Okay, well, that's way over there, so I am actually going to go to the Escalon Club. And probably a crap ton of dialogue. Get rid of that. So his father only recently disappeared, so he's not an ancient vampire.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Support the equality.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my God, no.
Please, Mr. Vampire,
Well, she
don't
knows.
kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility.
She's an odd
Her
one.
fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
How could you tell he's dead?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Not
Actually,
only
yes.
have I, or
ask
would
the
I, but
same
I have.
question to everyone who dares to
Yeah.
go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette?
Obviously she is.
Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia.
She's got the
But
same
women here
facial
can't
features
vote
as
unless
her,
they
but
are property owners.
definitely
No
not the
need
same
to convince
complexion.
me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
She's dead.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires.
Yep, she's dead.
I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm
I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Perhaps it's wise for a mortal never to totally trust a vampire. Your mother herself told me that we Ekon are creatures of deception. Maybe it's because we seem so alive.
That may be true for a naive girl, but I have the best teacher when it comes to getting rid of an insistent immortal.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Maybe they didn't pass through life.
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me.
I wonder
The
what would
world
happen
won't
if I
improve
killed her.
unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted
bullshit on that
everything
one.
from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It
Another
hurts
hint?
as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
That wasn't a hint.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Be careful what you wish for, young lady. I could gaze at you right now and then take you to a shady corner and have my way with you. And leave your carcass to the rats.
You wouldn't dare. My mother would know. She'd never forgive you.
How could she suspect me? Do you know how many vampires are lurking in the city tonight as we speak? Vampires with a worse sense of humor than mine.
Oh, my God. For one second, I thought you actually... Excellent, Dr. Reed. Very convincing.
Was I joking?
Goodbye,
though?
Charlotte.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
You're healthy. He's healthy, she's healthy. On to the Ascalon Club. Actually, I'm going to pause it here. Otherwise, this episode's going to get way too long because I know there's going to be lots of dialogue in the next one. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Take it easy.